My name's Chris O'Hara. I've been coming to CCOF since February of 24. I moved here to Flagstaff from Mesa in January of 24. Friend of mine who had one of the CCOF mugs that is handed out to the newcomers, and I seen it, and one day I was getting some coffee, and so I used that mug, and so it just kind of stuck with me, the CCOF. And then I would drive past it on the way to the gym when I first moved to Flagstaff, and it just kind of felt drawn to it. Very welcoming, and I always feel good coming here on Sunday, and I feel recharged after being here. And I wanted to also serve and make myself of service after, God has just done so much for me, and so coming here and meeting with Mike Garrison and letting them know, hey, I had experience with the media team with my church in Mesa before moving here. They were excited because it so happened that that was a need here too. It's very rewarding, feeling like giving back, and everybody was so welcoming and training me on how things were. It's just like I get to go serve is how I look at it, and it's an honor. God has moved mountains in my life. I went through a lot of tough years and hit rock bottoms. And even when I thought I hit my rock bottom, I hit even further to that rock bottom. And I just felt God calling to me, and got on my knees and gave my life to God. And when God says He does, immeasurably more than we can imagine, how true that has been in my life, and where I'm at now from where I was at one point in my life is just, it is 100% came to fruition, the promises of God. That the key was just building that relationship with Him, getting to know His Word, and not only getting to know it, but putting it into practice in my life. And now I walk on firm foundation. My faith is strong. I wake up every day in hope. When I first heard about Unfinished, with that there was, plans of expansion that were involved in that. When plans like these come about, it requires that everybody step in and pitch in and use each and every one of our resources, just like we're called to do in God's Word, what God calls us to do, and to do our part, and to being able to spread the message, and to create a welcoming place for others. And I will say this, in being generous and being in prayer, and if God's putting it on your heart to give, to do it, to have faith in it, because I'm telling you that you have nothing to worry about. If He's given you peace about that giving, and there's an opportunity to be generous, be generous, because you don't have anything to worry about. He's got your back.